I leverage ChatGPT still the most across all the stack. And it's because I've customized it so much for the company and our use case. One of the things that I ended up doing was I created a project that houses effectively, I call it like a 5-person marketing team within that project. And there's like actual names for each individual. So like the analyst has a name, the designer has a name. Um, it's kind of weird when you look at, outside looking in, like I'm chatting with a team that doesn't exist and like aren't human, but they all have their instructions, they all have context on the business, and I can go in and basically have like a war room where I am like, hey, we're on a Q4 sprint, this is the objective, and let's start brainstorming. And then the team is just working together, analyst is working with the growth marketer with design, and it's really been a huge force multiplier because, like you said, the team is only myself as a marketer. I do have a little bit of outside help, especially on the offshore side. So very much a product of like drinking our own champagne. We place offshore marketers, but we also have offshore marketers internally. Um, and so that's like one piece. The other, and something like really beneficial, is creating a custom GPT. I can upload a bunch of files to it, and I've built out a custom GPT for every piece of marketing collateral that we publish. So, example for us is we have playbooks that we publish on the website. So, I'll interview subject matter experts, we package it up, and then we create a really in-depth playbook on like one or two tactics. And we place that on the website for our ICP to just get value from. And I was like, why don't we just take like our best written playbooks, put it in as files in the custom GPT, put the instructions on how we want the styling to be, and just like guide it entirely, right? And all I do now is I'll film the call. We've got Fathom meeting notes, but you can use anything like Granola, Otter, etc. And I'll paste the transcript into that custom GPT, and out it spits a perfectly crafted playbook. And so, we've done that for playbooks, we have that for case studies, we have that for our newsletter. So it's super, super tailored rather than having like one custom GPT to do all the collateral. We've really customized it to be, just hyper focused on the piece of collateral that we want it to write. So yeah, those are some of the ways we're using GPT. I've done some other cool things that are like kind of related to marketing, um, more so on the sales side. Being that we're still very nimble, we don't have a large sales team, but once we do grow the sales team outside of just, you're looking at the sales team here, I take all of our discovery calls. Um, what I did is I took all the Fathom notes from the last year, from all of these discovery calls that I've taken,
Mhm.
and I threw it into a custom GPT. I tried to like add them all in, I think initially as like separate files, but it was like exceeding the limit. Um, so I ended up finding a workaround, but I added it all into a custom GPT, and now I can go in and ask it anything about product positioning, messaging, what are the common objections, how long am I talking versus the prospect, just like a lot of really cool insights. And I mean, it's helping me out right now, but I think that going forward into the future when we have a bigger team, it's it's hard to have like 5 minds and have all their information together, like glued into one, but I think this now makes it possible with context sharing. So, yeah, there's a lot of ways, but those are some of the big, like, most impactful, like, big lift items that we're doing, at Growth Pair currently.